Don't worry, guys. It's not important. I'm just being a fool. So here's what I'm trying to do. All right. So what I want to do is I want to take this phone, take this pewter, I'm gonna set this fucker up right here. Right. So this doesn't work for shit right now. Just here's the letter. I'm gonna let it shine. I love you. How are you? Okay. How are you? It's the time delay. Mwah. All right, see, make it work. that up. Hello, hello. I am doing some work. Hello, hello. I'm doing some work. Yeah, I can hear you. You can also see us live right now on YouTube, just as a warning. Yeah, I can hear you. I'm good. I've been busy all morning, and yeah, I am in no way, shape, or form dressed to be on any kind of live format, but I'm posting out mine and to listen to. That's totally cool. Have no fear. Web C is here.
So what I'm working on right now is getting the Facebook Messenger camera lined up with my laptop camera. So while we're doing Facebook Messenger live recordings, we can also be doing YouTube live recordings so that we're airing live on YouTube Wednesday nights and Friday nights, no matter what.
Awesome.
So that's what I'm working on right now.
I was wondering about that at some point. I saw like the metaverse camera thing. And
Yeah.
I was just interested in all that. But yeah, very cool. I'm excited. I just dropped that a post in our Kid Master Gundam group on Facebook to remind everybody. And then I talked to a couple people today and told them to show up. So I got in touch with a couple of different members too. Just chatting it up, trying to get information.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm excited to hear from Heiko, our tool master, because he's the guy that's really into that, looking for those special tools and tips and tricks on how to use them. He's the mastermind behind Mecha Model Builds. They're on YouTube. He's got a great following, so I'm excited to see his input and the evolution on that. So that'll be something cool for others to come into our group and find. Is we got a specialized individual that brings the latest tips, tricks on tools and stuff.
Right. So that's why I suggest for him to start by coming in on our shows on Wednesdays and Fridays. And when he does that, that gives him like that little bit of a opening up and showing people like, hey, this is what I'm about. You know what I mean? And then eventually we could turn that little 15, 30-minute section where we all stop talking and listen to Heiko. We could turn that into a show eventually. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with all of that. All right.
Where I'm at, but I'm on board.
Yeah.
Because it's really incredible. It's a lot of energy, and I know that we got a lot in on this, each of us, and I don't want to put a point on it. I just want to enjoy this. It's all you guys and all the members in the group that really created this energy and started the wheel turning.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to get pointed and say anything specific. I just want to watch it evolve, man. You guys, this is cool.
No, I just want to help everybody along, man. I don't like shutting down ideas, and I feel like I kind of have on Heiko, and I don't want him to feel that way. I want him to feel like his ideas are big and they're too soon. I don't want him to feel like they're not going to happen at all. I want him to know like we're not ready for that yet.
Right. Oh, excellent. I'm glad that you touched on that, because I will also with him. And I would encourage, great ideas, but they're too big for us right now, just for now. So let's try to figure out something small and let's get it to that point for him.
Yep.
I think it's a really good collaboration. He's a really good person, I think. Good vibes. But I like what he does and what he brings to a model building community.
Right.
So that'll be really useful because, like you said, his tools, all these tools that we all know and use, there's special companies that we might not have heard of. But anyway, we all have these special tools that make our craft better.
All right. So
we all have these special tools that make our craft better.
Yeah. So my daughter's cell phone is having clinical issues.
Clinical? What's the clinical on that then?
It's an 8-year-old phone.
Okay. I'm not sure if I was even using the word clinical in the right context either.
Yeah, no, it needs a doctor.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So its clinical diagnosis is last leg.
Yeah, she fucked.
Yeah. Clinical diagnosis is last leg. Yeah, man. My mind's going a million miles an hour with so many things. It's awesome. Feels good.
Oh yeah, we just gotta, one of the things is we gotta remember to just, keep ourselves tuned to that process that we've started achieving good things with. Oh yeah, we just gotta.
Right.
One of the things is we gotta remember to just, keep ourselves.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Tuned to that process that we started
so I'm trying to think
achieving good things with.
Just because I know this is live and I'm not sure who's going to hear it, and it's not like I'm hiding information because I want to get all of it out. But I don't want anybody to feel bad if I talk about them. But we got some awesome people like Doug and Vince. But they're at maybe a situation or of a mindset that they're not ready to do anything very specific live, but they've been great contributors to the efforts that go on. Doug is, he's constantly working on something, so I know he's motivated. And Vince is always behind the scenes for me, and me and him have talked since the very beginning. So I find him very valuable as a mentor.
Yeah.
Man, dude, we got some pretty awesome people. At some point, I don't know if we discussed it, but some of the or just go back over it, a listing of all of our, I'm calling it partners and affiliates. Because Derek Ho is just a friend, but I like to shout out to the Lord because Derek Ho is awesome, doing good things. But we're not affiliated, like Hobby Nut Model.
Right.
But yeah, that's something I'd like to discuss. So we have a small listing of what we have. Like I have Galactic Toys as an affiliate, but they're not really giving me a whole lot, and I'm not sure if it's something I want to be on board with, or if I can segue that into something better for the group. But I'm trying to talk to other private like contractors, like Argama Hobby in Canada there, but they're in Montreal, I think, or is that Toronto? I might screw that up. But either way, they're in Canada and they're not close to Andrew Cosgrove, the Wicked Wookiee, there in BC.
Okay.
But it's just somebody small, and he's like, no, I'm just trying to do this on a small level. And it's like Charles Trant, the Gundam Shoppers Network, but he's obviously a little bit bigger. It's just the people that we work with, and what is it we're trying to accomplish with them, and who's on board to do what, and who doesn't want to be on board with a certain company. But I'm open to whatever. I've just got a few in my pocket that I started this with, and now I'm still getting emails back from others as this goes on that I sent months ago.
Right.
Like, keep evolving. How are we going to do this? So I would like this to be part of this tool idea, because if we have people like that we're working with, dude, we totally need some tools. And this is where Heiko absolutely has to get one because he needs to do his reviews. And then what about it? I don't really care. But and that's just a good system that they can take advantage of, because we're going to be putting out some extreme content on many facets. It's like a 5D thing versus the 3D. When people talk about that, we would be doing, because we would be getting separate input content from each of us that had it, and then Heiko's definitely putting out a directed content, and then we're sharing that content again in cross-platform maybe. It's a really good opportunity for vendors, retailers, or somebody that's looking to take a chance on a new group with amazing ideas and innovation.
Yeah. So. Just gonna do a quick little overview of what my hanger build looks like so far.
Right on. Yeah, did you get a set of 5, right?
No, I got a set of 4 times 2, so I got 8 sets altogether.
Nice, very nice. Like I bought the 4 times. I think it was a 5.
Okay.
Before it came out.
And I figured these archway things, they look better as that.
Yep.
I like them better like that. And they fit, so I was like, hey, if it fits, why not use it? So I put one over here, like for smaller, working on the lower legs or whatever. And this one's over here working on the upper body and stuff. And then a 1/100 also fits in here.
Yeah, that's what I have. My 1/100 starter set up. I was like, oh, and it started growing into the larger diorama. But yeah.
But as you can see, it's very large.
Right. But it does look good if you when you get it separated and you get the right elements in it. It works well because I have my busters fitting in it, and little by little, as the elements come together, it makes sense.
Right.
Really good.
Here, let me show you. So this is my 1/100 one that I put together.
Specifically 1/100 scale.
Yeah. So it's a little. If you put that guy next to it, you know, and then look at the two that are in it.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but look, I got the house clean. I'm so proud of myself. I did it, no kids, no nothing. Whole house, all the way back.
It's hard work sometimes, and I know I've had women in my life that that stayed home and took care of things like that. Man, it's hard work because I've had to do it. I raised my son when he was first born because I was in between jobs at the time. Did it for a couple of years. It's tough work, and yeah, I really feel proud for you too because I know there's a lot of dads out there. These single guys we have to do it. Take pride in that. It makes it's just a thing we got to do. It's our environment. It's a reflection of what we are. So it's like if you were to walk into my studio in my office and you'd be like, oh, dude, you know what I'm all about right now instantly.
Yep. So here's also the setup for the live stream. So this is what it looks like when to get it to where what we want to do, and then you can go over on YouTube and you can check us out. Now there's a time delay. There's like a 5 to 7 second time delay.
I know. I could hear it in the background a little bit because I was dealing with that the other night myself when I was talking to my computer and I was watching it in my phone.
Yep.
So it was quiet for a minute, and then when I would hear my voice, I would stop talking mid-sentence, and like it was weirding me out. So I started trying to time it in between, and then I ended the live stream fast enough because it was hard to deal with.
So this, you're only hearing yourself in my area in the background because I got my TV on watching YouTube to make sure I'm getting a good enough visual, I guess is what I'm trying to look for. Right now, that's what I'm working on right now is getting a good enough visual.
It's so cool and exciting. Like, it makes me smile so hard that my face hurts, which is a great feeling. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I totally don't know how to do all that yet.
No, it's
only because I'm old school and the platform is evolving and I see where this is going. And I'm glad to have somebody like you that's kind of leading the way as we work together. So this is cool because I need this for my other projects. And it's only growing me as a person too.
Yep.
You have to step outside your box and try to learn something daily.
right. The tripod was $20. The phone holder bit that's on top of the tripod, that was I bought that at Five Below.
Hell yeah, I love Five Below.
Yeah. So
Five Below, we need a sponsor.
yeah, dude, actually, Five Below wouldn't be a bad sponsor to get, but it's just like they don't supply much of anything that we use actually.
No, what I want is T-shirts and phone charging equipment and stuff like that. For phones. That's really it.
Yeah. Oh, totally agreed.
Candy, you gotta have candy, and that's just really about it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So, and then here's the last 3 kits I got to put together, and then I got the boxes just all over the place right now.
Right on.
Because this is the only thing I've been slacking on is just getting this all done. I got to get this. This is the last bit of cleaning I got to do, and I might do it tonight later on. And then I want to sell this. I've decided I'm not going to put the energy into that thing to fix it. So I don't know.
Send me some pictures of it and what information you have, and let me see what I can work out. And I might be interested in it.
All right. I'd like to get at least half of what I put into it.
I understood.
I know that's kind of unrealistic at this point because of the age of it. Because it's like it's an 8-9-year-old kid. So, but I put like $650 into it, so I'd like at least $300 from it. You know, I don't think that's too much asking. But yeah, I'll send some pictures of it. Yeah. Lots of good parts still.
I think it's a little outside my price range, but I want to try to link you into something so you can definitely put it online through Facebook and sell it easy. Because dude, there's a lot of people looking for a lot of things.
Yeah.
I see all kinds of stuff, and I'd love to just cruise around and look at all the sales. And dude, RC cars are going for good money. I don't know much about that one.
Yeah, like I said, when I bought this one, it was $650 pre-built.
Right. It's what they call it. Also probably expert built.
I would probably say something like that, close to expert built. Because I mean, like, it was so crispy, clean, and nice when I bought it. So I don't know. It runs.
Yeah, they're on the outside, like always. Yeah, a lot of people try to get rid of that thing.
Damn right. So
actually, I'll add you to
yeah, no, I'm just looking to, you know, like I'm not looking to get into the hobby. I'm just looking to get rid of that car because it's just taking up space in the house right now. All right, everybody. So I'm just walking around and doing things. Everybody gets to see my messy kitchen. Oh, just that. I just cleaned this all out. Wiped that all down. Oh, hey, Andrew. How's it going? Look, Andrew. I did it, Andrew. Look, I got it clean. That big pile of fucking shit that was here, it's gone. Hey, you have to kiss it and rub it with alcohol, okay?
But just so we know, we're still live, though.
Oh yeah, we're well, that's why I kept it PG there. You give it a nice loving kiss and rub it with alcohol. We are live on YouTube. If you look, this is the contraption we have to set up to get YouTube live with Facebook Messenger Live mix.
I'm gonna turn you on here in a second.
So, and then we come over here to the YouTube. This is what it will look like. I can't get rid of this white line. I can't do anything about that, just as a heads up, because it's for some reason on my screen over here, it's that white line right there. It's reflecting off my phone and the camera from the thing is picking it up. So I can't, yeah, that won't look good either. Like, I don't think it really matters. How about that?
Yelled out the whole story in my house.
Oh no.
I mean, not yet. I just gotta speak up. I just don't want you guys to pick it up.
Yeah. Oh no, that makes it worse.
Oh no. Not yet. I just gotta speak up. I just want you guys to pick it up.
So, anyways, that's where I'm at. That's what I got. I can't do much about it. So I'm happy though. Anyways, that's where I'm at. That's what I got. I can't do much about it. So, with all that said, like, I'm trying to make better production and everything for us. So, along with that, like, well, everybody's got their cameras running full. We'll be, you know, you'll be over here watching me.
Yeah.
So, along with that, like,
oh my God, my computer is slower than old people. What? No, what's that? Is anybody old? But I'm like I'm old, but I'm still doing it. But dang, my computer. slower than Moses.
Slower than Moses, cheaper than Jesus.
Slower than the second coming?
Second coming. Yeah, that's weird. But that works.
So aside from getting this YouTube thing sorted out, how are you guys doing?
I am doing good.
I'm doing good too.
I feel like I finally got some sleep in me. Last night, I just crashed out finally. I hung out with a buddy of mine last night on PlayStation 4 for about 6 hours. Turns out, he's a great guy. He turns out he had to have a dual hip replacement this year.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but he's like Superman, you know. So he's like already walking again and shit. Like this guy, he's one of those dudes that he quit is not an answer. It's just it ain't there. It's not available. You know, quit just don't work. So he's one of those good buddies. Anyways, he's just telling me he's a partial owner of a restaurant here in downtown Minneapolis that I used to work at. Yeah, so he's like, you know, he's trying to maybe talk me into coming back to the company, but it's like one of those things where it's like, if I come back, you know, I'm not as useful as I was.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a lot less useful. So it's like, you know, I can't carry anything, I can't lift anything. I'm at the age where if I come back, I'm a manager, man. I'm not a dishwasher, and I'm not a hustle kid. I'm an adult. I'm in a manager position. You know, not saying I deserve a ownership position. I'm just saying I deserve I want to come back as a kitchen manager. I don't want to come back as a, you know, I want to be a damn dishwasher again.
Yeah.
And
you're being straight up with them too, right? Like it's not that you're not willing to come back. It's like you're not physically you're not able to.
Correct. They know. Yep, they know that my physicality is definitely in effect.
I can see the live feed looks good.
They know that my physicality is definitely in effect.
Sexy dude in the middle.
You're just lying to yourself.
You want to make me look good. But yeah, no, I get it.
Yep. So
I've had other players message me recently and been like, "Hey, what are you up to?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, nothing." And they're like, "Want to come back?" I'm like, You know, I answered an ad that I found at the local gas station here because I live kind of around a lake area. And I stopped into the convenience store, and on the mailbox there, right by the door, was a post-it. And I ripped one of the numbers off, and I took it home and texted it. And somebody looking for somebody with boat knowledge. And I was like, well, I can do it because I work here locally for another And I told him that, and I asked him, what was going on. So it was pretty cool that I took a chance on that, but it didn't work out. Yeah. I ripped that off and made some. That was pretty cool. Yeah, no, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm flattered that my previous employer's like, we'd love to have you back. But I'm not at a point where I want to keep working 60 plus hours a week. I'm just not. I used to be that young and naive and full of go get 'em. Yeah, and so was I. You know, I was all for working like that, and then I woke up and realized that there's more to life than me hauling ass all day long.
not wanting to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pass by him, it's no fun either.
Nope.
My father traveled a lot with me after my mother died, so that was our bonding. And I didn't know he was sick at the time, but that was his attempt to educate me as quickly and as diversely as possible by traveling. And that's another thing he told me. He goes, I know you're enjoying this now. He goes, I wanted to be a truck driver as a kid. So cool, but I remember him telling me about that. Those guys, they do great jobs and all this, but sometimes they experience life through the windshield and then they're never home. So we got to give a shout out to those guys, dude. Like you, I know to sacrifice some of them make and then to make it every day. They have family that hold it together. They got great families. Some of them lose families. Those guys are just rogue and individuals. That, but it's a hard thing. And it's my hat's off to those that experience that. I got to see a little bit of traveling for work, either railroad, oil field, or whatever, military. You travel to some place and you see it for a while, and then you go back and you travel somewhere else. I know it kind of gets.
Yeah, no, I get it. I drove rig for 7 years. Doing local and national stuff. And honestly, it was just that was 7 years of hell. Like that was 7 years out of my kids' lives I missed. And now it's like, now that I've had that experience of I actually know when my workday is going to end, and I get to go home at a particular time, and that kind of stuff. It's like, yeah, no, I'm not running 14-hour days. I don't want to live that life anymore.
Makes sense.
Yeah, those are interesting times. Some experience how to look at it. Because then there's times where I was having a lot of fun and I just realized working my ass off for my guts out. But there were times when I didn't feel that way, but sometimes it was really fun. But looking back now, you're like, ooh, that was hard to do. But it's good moments. They shine pretty good, man.
No, right. There are bonuses to that lifestyle, and there are, definitely there's a financial bonus. Like working that kind of, driving those kind of hours, you're making mad, like ridiculous amounts of money.
That's right there. You out there, you're giving, putting out, you're giving up your life. Yeah, it's a razor's edge, buddy. And then you know more than most of us because of that driving thing, but everybody fell up the line somewhere, and we're like, fuck this shit.
I wouldn't say I know it more than anybody else. Just, I've just kind of reached that point in my life where it's like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need to do that anymore. It's not that I can't do that, or it's not that I can't do the job, or anything, but it's just like I don't have to, so why keep myself for it?
All right. I got something I want to raffle off to the group. I'm going to raffle off this kit right here. It's this. It turns into this, basically.
Oh man, this is
So I want to raffle this off. That's all it's going to be. It's going to be some boxes and a train with missile pods. So I got the instruction for it, everything. I can repackage it. But yeah, so I got something we can raffle off because I don't want to build 2 of these. I only need 1 for my system. So
I really like that troll. I wish I had to.
So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about that.
I like that, yeah.
Just extra things, when you don't need it, just pass them along.
outside. Give me a moment. I'm gonna get my phone or I can run downstairs. It's loud down there.
Yeah, you.
I'm shouting. Like I'm watching you guys. So.
It's starting to get heavy.
So you've got the YouTube live thing figured out. Is that, are we going to do that this Friday or is this?
We're doing it right now, buddy.
Well, no, I know we're doing it right now.
Yeah, we're gonna do the general consensus of it is we're gonna be doing YouTube live.
Yeah, we're going to do.
Quite often.
Yeah.
Wednesdays tonight, then Friday as well. Yeah, we'll just go from there on how this all works out. You know, like I said, it's what I got right now for a setup, but it's not perfect, but it works. Yep. So we'll be able to see everybody, and as far as hearing everybody, well, that's going to be the fun part. So we'll be able to see everybody, and as far as hearing everybody,
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how that's going to work. Are we going to have to kind of like chime in or?
all right. So, yeah, I got it. What you gotta do is get this microphone from the camera that we're gonna use as a microphone closer to, like, everybody's gonna have to speak up. That's definitely gonna be something like, if you want to be heard on YouTube, you have to enunciate clearly and don't stutter.
Right.
If you want to be heard on YouTube, you have to enunciate clearly and don't stutter.
Which I don't think me or you or Carrie have an issue with.
No, not necessarily. So, yeah, well, that's the one issue we're having is this phone needs to be closer to that microphone. So, yeah, well, that's the one issue we're having is this phone needs to be closer to that microphone. I may have a solution. Well, we'll just all right. So here, say something again.
Hello.
Well, we'll just say something again.
Hello.
Oh yeah, that's the issue. Okay. So I've got the camera setup figured out. Now I gotta find somewhere. I gotta move my whole table and everything just closer to me. Or the camera table. I've been slowly moving it further and further away from my workstation. But I guess now I gotta put it closer to get this to work. I've been slowly moving it further and further away from my workstation. I guess now I got it. Oh, that's not fun. But everybody gets to see the not fun part about it. Are you ready? Poorly assembled boxes.
That was a poorly thought out plan, wasn't it?
Sure was. Sure was. We shall overcome. You know, I wish I could achieve this. I wish they would have thought about this, like making a corner.
Yeah.
Would have been nice if they would have thought about that.
Like I said, I really think it's a rip off the Bandai kit.
Uh-huh.
It looks exactly like it. It's just not nearly as good or as crisp. Fine. But I have been trying to come up with something for what I'm working on. Like that you're bringing concerns to. Yeah, I didn't like it at the corner, so it's a video that I found. I'll share them with you to make the diorama look way better and just incorporate this hanger wall and base kit into. Because just like a single display, if you're just using it real simply, but like you said, corner maybe for a larger setup, but it's a good option to add. Yeah, just like a single display.
No, I agree. I'm just myself. I'm trying to figure out what cut I need to make to get this to fit right here because it's going right here. It's gonna be a corner. Gonna do it.
So I modified a couple of pieces so I can get it to go together in a way they shouldn't have.
Yeah. The only other thing you're left being able to do is to just stack it on top of the next piece. And I don't want it any taller. I just wanted it too high. Too high. I got one more platform.
And I label what all the parts of the background are because I've got mine set up for paint.
Oh yeah, that's definitely what I'm doing.
I'm like, oh shit.
I'm gonna be doing a special reverse wash on this. So I'm gonna take silver and copper. I'm gonna paint all the parts that I want to be silver and copper. And then I'm gonna paint everything black. And then I'm just gonna take some thinner or whatever and slowly rub on the parts that I want to come back out as copper or silver. And so it's not going to be like a big detail thing. It's going to be more just a tedious getting it done type of thing. But that's my plan for it. And then after that, I'll clear coat it and water slides and all that fun stuff too. Because I got 8 sheets of this stuff.
I know.
It's like, wow, what am I going to do with all that? But at the same time, it's like, wow, look at all that stuff I got. That's good. You can make some like construction yard Gundams and stuff with that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I plan on. That's what I was thinking my plan should be for it. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and make it symmetrical, I guess.
I didn't think about the reverse one. That might be actually really easy to
Yeah, because I don't want to do a whole bunch of taping. I got 8 of these panels to do this with, so I'm not really looking for taping. That's expensive. So I was thinking a reverse wash would be the best laid plans. Yeah, so I'm keeping this one. And this
So
one.
fine. I got the new needle for my airbrush installed, and wow, it works like it was brand new.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yeah, it is. That was the first time I'd ever had one, and a cat knocked it down. I guess it landed on the nose, the nozzle, and it was able to reach the needle and bend the tip of the needle.
Oh, I've bent my own tip. I just.
I started to bend some of this photo etch, and damn, it fucking excuse me, French, but I was not impressed because it broke upon the bending.
Oh.
Because it's like it's pretty fine, and I have to bend it a certain way. It just did not want to didn't like it. So it became I think I'm but I built a couple of pieces, and then I sprayed them, testing out with the airbrush. This time I sprayed them on metal sheet.
Jesus. All right. So I haven't decided what's going to happen right here yet. So.
How many diorama kits did you end up getting?
8.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
So.
Overkill.
Well, no, I just wanted enough to build a big enough scene for a large grouping of HG kids. You know what I mean? Like, so this is
3 wide, like 3 wide. You gotta go at least 1.5 tall. But I thought about cutting one in half and doing something specific. But yeah, it's not quite wide enough.
no.
And that's why I tried filling in the one bay because around the perimeter out of that groove, and I tried to fill it in. Add more filler to it. Not present. Nesters didn't come through on this one. Because it was just too deep of a recess, and the testers could not fill the gap.
Oh, okay.
Just couldn't do it, Captain.
Can't do it, Captain. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I'm happy with that. Good.
Alright, you're the closest airbrush master right now. I was working with my acrylic paint. I bought a reducer, called water-based reducer, actually by Createx Colors. And it's a water-based reducer for their special line of paint. I should be able to just thin my paint with water. End of story.
Hold on. Are you using this brand?
Yeah, no, I got the 4011.
Oh, don't use that.
Right, because mine it says water based right on it. Yours is probably for an apple.
No, mine's water based as well. All of Createx is water based. This is all water based. Use this. Buy this reducer. You want this reducer? This reducer hardens your acrylics, your water-based acrylics. It hardens them, so it makes them less prone to scratching and scuffing. Doesn't make them scratch resistant, but it makes a nice hard shell.
Right. I get it. I was like, man, I think water would just make the paint soft. It'd be easiest.
Yeah. So does alcohol, and alcohol makes the kit flimsy. So all right, I can show you my full setup because I use a bunch of stuff whenever I set up. Okay, so this is like a sealer, is what they call it, but this one's metallic. It's a metallic sealer. And then they have a black sealer, a white sealer, and a gray sealer. Those are all basically primers. Okay. Next in line is you get this balancing clear. It's called 4030. 4030 is going to make it so you get an even spread. If you get a little bit of a puddling or something, this stuff, it'll reduce puddling, so you won't see drip or drag or anything from the paint. Here's the clear coat that I buy from them, and then I pre-mix it. So I take the 4020, I take the leveler reducer, and I take a little bit of the 4012, because the 4012 it doesn't have a lot of anything in it really. It's just literally just smells like alcohol water. So the 4030 and the 4020 are what I recommend to put into any of your paints. I don't just recommend putting these two in your top coats like they recommend. I actually recommend putting it in almost everything, even thinning your sealers, your primers. Thin your primers with it too. It'll give your primers a hard coat as well, make them bond better too. And then the dry time is like 3 hours. I mean, if you do it right, your dry time should be 3 hours. Keep your ventilation running, or keep a fan going by it to cause air to move around. Make sure there's low dust, obviously, but that's that's all I can say about this Createx brand stuff, man. I really like it. It's a great brand. I use all of it. I also have their matte coat. I haven't used that yet, so I can't talk too much on the matte coat, but it looks good. And here's my white. White. Yep.
I thought I needed to get thinner, but I didn't know what yet.
Yep. And now these thinners and reducers are funny. Okay, so I recommend spraying at between 28 and 32 psi for Createx. It's high. It's a high, but you get better product quality when you spray with higher pressure. So with that said, you don't have to thin your product as much as like if you were to use lower pressure. And one of the things you're going to get with that is you're going to get a better coverage when you use a higher pressure and lower viscosity. You get a better, cleaner coverage. Okay, now if you're looking to do detail work and stuff, the thinner the better, and lower pressure. Like if that's what you want to work towards, is getting really good at like small detail stuff with airbrush, you want really thin paints with just like you barely want to see the color. Like that's how thin you're gonna thin your paints up. And then you're gonna want to buy an electric mixer. If you're gonna go that thin, like that, you're gonna need an electric mixer. I have an electric mixer. It's handheld. It's like a little coffee stir. I bought one of those for like $5 off of Amazon, and it comes with like 5 different head attachments. So I use that when I have to mix my water bases down like real thin for detailing or back shading or anything like that. You want to go real thin and real light, small. I'm not a master at it, but I know about it. You know what I mean? Like I know about the technique. I know how to get to that point, but I don't like doing it. You know me, I like my G paint, man. I like to just pour it in and start spraying.
I get it. That's cool.
Yeah, but
anything that says air on it anyway, it seems to be really, really good for just putting the gun and going. But I'm just looking for a good thinner for the moment. Yeah, my skills are not advanced by no means. I got good build skills and stuff, but anything is becoming new. I like it.
Yeah, I definitely recommend that 4020 thinner over that 4011 or that 4012.
Writing that down. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Like, don't get me wrong, that 4012, that 4011, it's good for like doing shirts and hats. Like that's what it's meant for. It's not meant for hard plastics. So
that's what I didn't know.
Yeah. I think I've only ever found one person to talk about Createx products like that. And I think it was like Barbatos Rex or somebody like that. They only ever one time they ever talked about it. And they were like real specific. They were like, don't buy the red, or don't buy the black label, buy the red label. And they talked about it in number format so you can understand, because all those numbers are just like the brand, the way the brand separates the product or whatever. So I was like, all right, whatever. Their pigments though, like Createx, Wicked Color, and the other one, the Candy Ojai, they all intermix. They all work together. So That's a good thing about it. I was gonna start investing in the Candy Eye because I want to see how that stuff works. The candies, the H2O candies or whatever that they have. Those things look really cool, and I could do some ghost flames and stuff like that on some Gundams. That'd be really awesome.
That would be pretty sick. I got some ideas for some. I don't want to say camo, but this one I'm going to go with because it is a camouflage, but I've got some patterns that I want to try to work up.
Yeah.
The other on the kit.
So here's
revolutionary camouflage.
here's one of the airbrush things I made for myself for canvas work. So I'm just gonna make a really small one. I'll just make an itty bitty one that I can just use for modeling. You know, just hold it up to the model and just real quick. I don't know how else to say it. Yeah, so we've been eating up all this live time today. I know my kids are supposed to come home or not. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be cooking dinner today. I don't know anything. Well, in my opinion, I'll just do spaghetti. And now I gotta pick up all these paints. Oh, and this is what you paint your Gundam Wing Zero with. All the green things that I painted on my Wing Zero. This is the paint. Color shift.
Yeah, I have that. That's awesome.
It uses.
I tried to put the metallic green Gundam marker on some cameras of a GM that built, and I liked it. It was good.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing against the Gundam markers. I've never used them though. I think I've got no quarrel with them, but I've never used them. I don't know why. Not 100% sure why.
I like them, but I don't like trying to use them as a marker and then put them on the kit because it seems like the paint comes out way too fast when I don't want it to, or there's no paint on it and it jacks up what I had on it. I don't like that. So I've been just trying to note out on my glass tabletop section and then use a paintbrush. I can easily break off the rate of play, but if I put it on plastic, that shit's done.
If you can't ever find base coat from Createx, this Deco Art Enchanted Ultra Black is a good base coat as well. I've used it before.
I like the base coat with black. I also like painting minis, so I do it in the mini way, and it works for me. I like it. No small scale. It's not like I need to be like ultra high def, especially if I'm creating something like my hanger diorama elements. I have to be super detailed. That's what the gun for, more or less.
Yeah.
I just need for the rest of the diorama to be in scale and look, proper and fit.
Tell me what I should thin this with. Does either one of you guys got an idea of what I could thin this stuff with? It's glow in the dark product. So it glows in the dark. No, that stuff don't work. It thins it out and it destroys the compound.
What about the 4012?
That does the same. Any of those Createx thinners destroys it. I've tried water. I've tried alcohol. They both destroy it. Yeah. I'm not kidding you. Something about the reactive lighting thing or whatever in the glow in the dark. It's like tape off your part and hand paint if you really want it on there. That's the only way I've been able to use this stuff.
That may be the only way to do it. Because it sounds like all the thinners that you try just have a connection thing.
Yeah, I don't have a direct answer for myself either. That's why I asked you guys, like, what is up with this? Because as much experimenting I've done in the past 2.5 years with airbrushing,
Yeah, I've never used the glow in the dark stuff, so I'm completely at a loss to even to recommend something.
Yeah.
What was that brand? Deca Glow?
It was made by Plaid, Plaid. Glow Dark.
Played what?
Plaid, that's it. That's the brand. Plaid.
What else is it described as? A big glow paint, or what did it say?
Oh, Glow Away. That's a random name. Glow
Yeah,
Away.
it kind of came up in a Google search. Huh? Deal on fabric, wood, plastic, and mold. Trying to read through it. No, it's coming up as a product. People was like, you're not just using it, but then was like, tweaking shit to see what they can out of it.
No.
Might be my Googleese too. I'm not using the right words. You gotta get the right words. Washable.
With-
Toxic.
With airbrush. Like that would be the concept. You're trying to figure out how to use it with the airbrush.
They have FX Nitro Glow flexible acrylic. I think the flexible thing is what is probably part of that too, because it's for fabric or whatever. I'm guessing.
Probably. I don't
So it covers both. It does plastic because it doesn't move, but you can put it on fabric because it moves.
know. Okay.
But you can go. That's good. Plaid airbrush. The plaid blade palette DIY craft. That's plaid effects. It's not plaid effects. It's the glow way. Yeah, rubbing alcohol, Windex. Try Windex.
Windex.
The rubbing alcohol does something.
Close to the same thing I was saying.
No, it's one of those where it pulls you in and just gives you a bunch of like crazy ass information, but it's all one brand specific.
All right, you ready?
That is a huge diorama.
Happy Father's Day to me.
Yeah.
That's what that diorama says. Now I just got to double check and make sure it fits where I'm going to put it.
And if you're going to put them together, I recommend including the walls and the place over there.
Just under 13.
some retro stuff, like the radical 80s stuff.
Yeah. It's almost 2 feet across. Yeah. Foot and 1 inch tall.
All right, guys. Well, I gotta get off. I gotta go get my regrets from school.
I'll be up here too.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming in, hanging out, and helping me get these things figured out and ironed everything out with the live chat feeds and everything. And
Yeah, no problem.
yeah. See you later tonight.
Absolutely. I'll check in with you after a while.
All right.
Man, later.
Later.
Thanks, everybody.